Hey there, it's Tom from Tango Bravo Garage. It's December 2023 now, but I recently found some old GoPro footage from a trip I took back in 2021 down in the San Juan Mountains of southwest Colorado. This film documents that journey on County Road 20 from Lake City all the way up to the top of Engineer Pass. The footage starts shortly after the suspension bridge cabin. After the summit of Engineer Pass, we head down to Odom Point and then down the west side of Engineer to the intersection of the Mineral Creek Trail. And on a side note, I've done the Mineral Creek Trail previously, and it's definitely more difficult than Engineer Pass. I wouldn't recommend it in a stock vehicle. I'll have to get some footage up here on YouTube at some point. Engineer Pass is probably the hardest part of the Alpine Loop, but as you'll see, I followed an extended Ford F-250 for a section of it, so it's not that hard. The east side of the pass is definitely the easiest, but it's rather bumpy. The west side has 2 or 3 off-camber moves and switchbacks that require 4 low, good wheel placement, and steady nerves. I've pinstriped the underside of my truck a few times up here. There's also some pretty long shelf sections that, luckily, I've never had to back up on. This footage is from day 3 of a 4-day trip. Previously, I climbed a few 14ers, Handies, Red Cloud, and Sunshine, and I did Cinnamon Pass twice. This evening, I camped in Cunningham Gulch just north of Silverton after getting spooked off of Stony Pass in a nasty thunderstorm. I crossed Engineer Pass for the first time back in the summer of 2015, and I've done it at least 6 or 7 times since. I've taken my son on this loop twice, along with my niece, nephew, and father-in-law. I've inserted a few photos from a more recent 2022 trip into this video. Oh, and one other note. Most of this footage has been sped up 2 times. I'm probably going no more than 15 miles per hour through most of this pass. I hope you enjoy the video. This is where the difficult section of Engineer Pass begins. It's definitely easier going down like we are today, but it is a fairly long and narrow shelf section. I've luckily never had to back up on this section, but I imagine it would get pretty tricky if I had to. Some folks say that uphill drivers always have the right of way. I kind of disagree though. I think that what matters more is who has the better option to pull off or back up. That said, when you're hanging off the side of a cliff, everyone is working together. And in my experience, super friendly. Side-by-side drivers may be a different story though. Just kidding. After the exposed section, there's a few dozen switchbacks on the way down to the Mineral Creek Trail intersection. Some, as you can see here, require good wheel placement and 4-low, at least to get up. The drop-offs can seem pretty dramatic, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. It can be pretty nerve-wracking as you're rolling back and forth and can't see everything in front of you, but I will say, you do get used to it. The views from this side of Engineer Pass are the best, in my opinion. To the south, we're looking at Animas Forks, Eureka, and Silverton. To the west, we're looking at Mineral Creek, and beyond that, the $1 Million Highway, US 550, and Ouray, the Switzerland of America. I hope you enjoyed joining me on our Engineer Pass journey today. I hope to see you on the trails sometime soon.